So the first thing that you need to do in order to let go of somebody that you love is detach from stories. We got to detach ourselves from the stories that we tell ourselves about these people that we're with. So to give you guys a little bit of perspective, from 16 to 20 years old, I'm 20 right now, I've been in 6 to 7 relationships. So that's a lot of back and forth between myself and other people, emotionally, physically, vulnerably. I've been through a lot when it comes to relationships. And what I realized is if you don't detach yourself from stories, and if you don't detach yourself from the meaning that you give these stories and the meaning that you give your significant other or the person that you're with, if you don't detach yourself from these stories, then it's gonna prevent you from being able to finally let go. So to give you guys an example, I recently actually got out of a relationship, my most recent one. I was in this relationship for about 10 months, and it took me 10 months to realize that that person wasn't the one. I had to detach myself from the stories that I was telling myself and separate the meaning that I gave it from me. So separate you from the meaning and the story that you're giving that person. That's what's halting you, and that's what's holding you back. I told myself has to be the one. This person has to be perfect. This person has to be the person that I love. I was giving myself a story that this person was better than they actually was. Are you telling yourself a story about a person or about this person that you're trying to let go of that isn't true? They don't make us upset. They're absolutely amazing, and that's why I don't want to let them go. Oh, there you go. Now you're giving it meaning. We got to detach ourselves from the meaning that we give things, the meaning that we give the relationship, and the stories in order to be able to let it go. Now, the next thing that you need to do, you need to reflect on the reasons. Why do you even want to let go of this person? This is a big deal, and this is a big thing that you need to think about, because if you do not know why you're letting go of this person, maybe you don't need to let go of this person. Maybe what you need to do is you just need to talk to them. But if you clicked on this video, I don't think that's the case. Does this person make you feel happy? Is this person contributing towards your life in a positive way? Is this person deteriorating your life in any way? Before I got out of the relationship that I just left, I had to reflect on the reasons as to why I wanted to leave this person. Now, if you can't tell by me being in 6 to 7 relationships since I was 16 years old, I have done a lot of reflecting on reasons as to why I have to not be with people and reasons as to why I should be with people. And it has a lot to do with self-love and self-care. When I'm reflecting on these reasons, I usually ask myself, is this person contributing to me as much as I'm contributing to them? Is this person giving respect in order to get it back? Now, not everything is about getting. A lot of the time it's about giving. But if you're giving more than you're getting in a relationship, and there's not an equal distribution of feeling and emotion, and if there's not an equal distribution of that, there's a problem. I didn't have that in my last relationship. I had to reflect on a lot of what I was going through, and I saw it as negative. I saw it as deteriorating my own self-worth and my own self-belief in believing that what I could do is possible, because they weren't supporting me. So I reflected on the reasons. I said I have to let go of these stories that I'm telling myself that this person is actually meant for me, because maybe they aren't, and that's something that you have to accept. Maybe the person that you're with right now isn't supposed to be your one and only. You just won't know until you let go and find out. Now, what do you do after you reflect, and what do you do after you let go of the stories? You have to now focus on self-care. A lot of the times when we're in relationships, one thing that we neglect more than anything else is ourselves. And that's a bad thing, because if we neglect ourselves, and if we don't give ourselves attention and affection, if we don't give ourselves these things, we can't give these things to other people. You can't give something to somebody else that you don't already have. If you're hyper focused on taking care of yourself, you won't be focused on the person that you're trying to let go of. It's hard to let go of somebody that you're fixated on, that you're focused on, that you don't want to let go of. If you let go of the fixation and the stories and the meaning and the idea that this person is the end all be all, and you realize that you are the end all be all, you wake up alone, you go to sleep alone, you die alone. When you realize that you have yourself before you have anything, that's what you need to focus on, and that's what's going to help you be able to let go of somebody or let go of something. Focus on your passions. When you're focused on things that make you feel whole and make you feel you won't be worried about how hard it is to let go. And we tell ourselves these labels. It's going to be hard to let go of this person. It's going to be so difficult to get out of this relationship. Well, why? Have you ever asked yourself, why is it so difficult for me to move on? If you ask yourself these questions, usually you're just staring at the mirror blankly for like 10 damn minutes. There's things that are unknown, and the unknown bothers us. We need to realize that the unknown actually holds the key to our growth. So if you let go of the stories that you're telling yourself about this person, if you let go of the thoughts and the ideas and the concepts that you put around this relationship, if you let go, you focus on self-care, everything is gonna work out. Everything will work out. You have to trust that it will. The last thing that you have to do, and this is one of the biggest things, so if you're not staying here, if you're not here for this, you hurt yourself, I didn't hurt you. We have to set boundaries. If we don't set boundaries, we're just gonna fall into the same trap over and over and over again. The last relationship, the last person that I broke up with, as soon as I broke up with them, they spam called me, spam texted me. I got 70 missed calls as soon as I broke up with them. Tons of texts as soon as I ended the relationship. A few weeks later, I found out that I blocked them from my social media, and they still had screenshots of everything that I was saying that had nothing to do with them, but they were trying to relate it to them. So they straight up sent these messages to my mother. Like, I don't know if you think you're gonna get back with me by beating me up. What I realized was, yo, this is too much. This is making me uncomfortable now. I need to set boundaries. If I don't set boundaries, then this person is going to constantly manipulate, constantly try to get into my life, and I just want to move on, and I just want to move and become this new person. And I can't become this new person. I cannot become this new person if I'm holding on to something that's holding me back. So how you let go? You detach from the stories and the meaning you're giving the relationship. You reflect on the reasons as to why. You take care of yourself, and you focus on yourself so much that you don't care what happens, and you don't care what already happened. You just realize that anything that happened for you, not to you, and you set boundaries. This is what you do.